Hi there, welcome to OaMG, the official podcast of Galactic Geek Entertainment. I'm Devin.
I'm Brad.
And special guest with us,
Caine.
Okay, so let's get started with some news today. Prometheus 2, that's going to happen. It's going to start filming in early 2016, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't see the first one.
You didn't see the first one?
No.
A lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty good.
I haven't seen any of the Alien films. So.
I've seen all but 4.
They're on my list, but I haven't.
I've seen all but the 4th one, but a lot of people didn't like Prometheus. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Then we got a trailer for Zoolander 2.
All right, with the 2 minutes of Stephen Hawking, and then.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't a big fan of the first one. I think we went over that you thought it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's alright if you like stupid comedies, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like a stupid comedy. There's no denying that one.
Like as far as Ben Stiller movies go, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Which isn't really saying much, but you know.
It's a Ben Stiller movie.
It's a Ben Stiller movie. Okay, we got some casting rumors. Felicity Jones in Rogue One. They're rumoring that she might be Boba Fett's daughter.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because she's the lead role in this, and the rumor is right now it's going to be like a heist movie about getting the Death Star plans.
Right.
With a bunch of bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters.
And she's supposed to play the lead, and it's rumored she might be Boba Fett's daughter. That'd be
pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think that'd be with the expanded universe, which of course isn't canon anymore.
Right, yeah, but we just gotta suck it up.
Yeah. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons, they're gonna have a movie starting. Warner Brothers just got out of like a long time lawsuit over some minuscule thing, and now they're making a Dungeons and Dragons movie. Well,
yeah,
another one.
Yeah.
There was a really bad one a long time ago, but.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty open universe. You can do pretty much anything you want with that, you know?
That's true.
Just general, any fantasy concept you want to do, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're making a World of Warcraft movie.
Right, yeah.
True.
But that
Or Warcraft, I guess. Not World of Warcraft.
But yeah, Warcraft actually has a lot of history and lore to it, you know? I mean,
does Dungeons
and Dragons, but like it's so
pretty
much,
huge.
It's not. It's just so much lore and so much like.
Yeah.
It's not as much history. It's just like a giant universe, you know.
Yeah. I've never played, so I'll see the trailer and decide from there if I want to watch it. But I'm sure I'll end up seeing it.
What, Dungeons and Dragons or Warcraft?
Dungeons and Dragons. Both. I've never played both.
Warcraft movie was pretty sweet, I think.
Warcraft movie.
A lot of the Warcraft lore is pretty interesting, actually. So,
I've never read up on it, but I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Pez dispensers.
What about them?
They're gonna make a Pez movie.
What the fuck?
Yep, Pez dispensers the movie.
Why?
Because apparently they want to. I don't know. I just saw the news. I didn't read much on it, but yep, they're gonna get their own. Oh, it's gonna be a shared universe with the Emoji movie they're coming out with.
An Emoji movie?
Yeah. Apparently there's also gonna be a Play-Doh movie. And they're all gonna be in a shared universe or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
like
are these
kids.
aimed at just like
I would hope
autistic children?
I don't know about. I don't
They're
know about
debating, and only Adam Sandler can save the world.
I don't know about the autistic part, but yeah, I would imagine they'd all be in like some kind of a shared universe together.
Right. And they're gonna be a Angry Birds movie too.
I heard that, but I don't know if that'll be in the same universe.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but just like on the topic of really silly things to give a plot and characters to.
True. Okay, the new Deadpool trailer dropped today.
Oh wait, I didn't even see that. Was it any good?
The full trailer or the teaser?
The full.
The full.
Which,
I haven't seen the full.
I was super excited. I just watched it about 10 minutes ago.
Don't tell me anything about it.
It's literally just the Comic-Con trailer.
Oh, is
right,
it?
the one
okay.
yeah.
Well, I already saw that shit.
Yeah, everyone did.
Yeah.
But I was under the impression they had already released that officially, and that this was going to be a new one.
Right, for sure.
I figured they knew since it got leaked so much that they might as well have just, like what Batman and Superman did, where they just released it. I thought Deadpool had done that, and this was a different trailer, but no, it's the same one.
Right,
so
for sure.
not
Still a pretty bomb trailer though.
Oh yeah, still good, still good trailer. It just disappointed me that it was that one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Jurassic World 2. They have I'm reading here, it won't be dinosaurs chasing people on an island again. That is That is part of the title of the article I have pulled up.
All right.
People chasing dinosaurs.
I hope so. That'd be a little bit more interesting. I mean, I like Jurassic World. A lot of same kind of thing. A lot of people didn't.
Will be dinosaur people chasing island.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you know about that? Actually, there was a Jurassic Park 4 in the works before World, where they were gonna have human dinosaur hybrids running around chasing people.
That's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Man, bear, pig.
But yeah, so there's a quote from the director here saying, "It will not just be a bunch of dinosaurs chasing people on an island. That'll get old real fast."
Yep.
And then he goes on to explain some stuff, and I think we're going to see a little bit more of the military aspect that was brought up.
So like a big dinosaurs versus military war sort of thing?
Or
maybe?
like the military using the dinosaurs.
Because
that was super hinted at with Vincent D'Onofrio or whatever, however you say his name's character.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do.
Right.
And he was going to sell him to B.D. Wong's character, and B.D. Wong got away with some of the DNA. So maybe he'll still go through with that plan.
For sure.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark Ruffalo is rumored to be in Civil War now. I mean, that's been rumored for a while, but he was seen with Chris Evans and a couple other people who are in, I think it's Italy right now, filming for Civil War. And why would you have Mark Ruffalo in Italy filming with Captain America and all that if he's not in Civil War?
Yeah, exactly.
And it also brings up a good point that it's rumored he might even be on Captain America's side, since you see him in Italy filming with Captain America. Unless there's like some huge fight scene between the Hulk and Captain America, why would they be filming together?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Yeah, I'm not super sold on like the whole Hulk aspect of the Avengers movies and like Hulk and Black Widow.
I'm not either.
I'm not a huge fan of that dynamic, but
I was kind of hoping that it would be more of a thing where they sent him off into space at the end of Avengers.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying like a Planet Hulk movie, because I don't think a solo Hulk movie will like ever work again.
Yeah, I know.
But there was rumors that maybe he'll go up into space and he'll team up with Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I do like Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, but
Yeah, I like his Bruce Banner. I'm not a big fan of the Hulk, period.
Oh yeah.
In any sense. So.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I like the Hulk.
Okay. So
Speaking of Hulk period, are they gonna make a She-Hulk movie?
Probably not.
Yeah, doubt it.
I doubt it. If Hulk
not
can't.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
Unless Hulk gets his own and like gets bigger as a individual Marvel character.
Okay, then we got a couple things of X-Men news. The some costumes were released of there's a couple different, some Storm, you have Apocalypse. A lot of people are pissed off because they're saying that Apocalypse just looks like Ivan Ooze from the Power Ranger movies.
Yeah.
And he kind of does in that photo.
Yeah, he looks a little goofy.
He looks like a squid man.
But I think it'll work
an
out.
Aquaman villain.
I think it'll work out. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Bryan Singer came out and defended the costume. He's like, look, you might think it looks cheesy or something, but it's pretty much the costume straight out of the comics. And it's true, that's pretty much exactly what he looks like in the comics, except in the comics he's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah. He's usually a big old motherfucker.
Okay, so Channing Tatum is confirmed as Gambit.
Right, yeah.
Unlike last week where it was rumored he was actually going to leave the project. He's actually confirmed now, so there's that.
You'll see how that goes.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I just can't picture him with long hair. That just seems weird to me.
Maybe they'll go short hair.
Yeah,
who knows?
That'd be silly.
I mean,
we'll see what happens. I'll reserve my judgment until I actually see something.
All right, then we have McAvoy and Fassbender, so the guys who play Magneto and Xavier in the past. They've signed on for more movies after Apocalypse.
Right on.
Doesn't say how many or for how long, but you can at least guarantee they'll be in a few more movies. Cool. Probably 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, like so, I love Fassbender.
And it looks like they're really.
I honestly might be a minority opinion, but I think Fassbender's Magneto is better than Ian McKellen. I love Michael Fassbender's acting.
I mean, I really like Fassbender's Magneto,
Yeah.
but if you watch the first two X-Men in particular, he's brutal.
Yeah.
Like, there's that scene, I can't remember if it's in 1, 2, or 3, but he's kept in jail, and then the guard, like, comes up to let him out for some reason, and the guard just, like, holds the guard midair and pulls all the iron out of his blood and kills him, and then he's like, too much iron in your diet, and just drops a little ball of, like, the iron that was in his blood.
It's brutal as fuck.
Yeah, that's brutal, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's more the writing than the acting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the acting has to go a certain length when you're...
I mean, there's no lighthearted way to pull all of the iron out of someone's blood.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for that. But it looks like they're moving more towards the younger cast,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
which I have no problem with. I'm not a big. I mean, I like the first X-Men movies, but let's be real. If Hugh Jackman is gonna stop being Wolverine here soon, then it's probably good to start focusing on the younger cast.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he's not so announced like he is in the first couple.
Yeah, how many more movies is Hugh Jackman supposed to be?
He's going to be in Apocalypse, and then I think he said he's only doing one more,
Only one
and that's
more
like
after
the
that?
third
Yeah.
Wolverine
Like
solo or
for
whatever.
sure.
And it's rumored to be Old Man Logan, so
That'd be cool. But damn, yeah, I can't imagine anyone else ever being Wolverine.
yeah.
He's played,
He's been Wolverine since 2000.
like, as far as people playing the same character in multiple movies, he's probably up there.
Yeah, I mean, he's been Wolverine since 2000. That's 15 years.
He's been Wolverine in like 7 films now.
1, 2, 3, First Class for like a cameo.
Yeah.
Futures Past.
And then the 2 Wolverine standalones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been in Wolverine 7 movies. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's quite a few. And then my last bit of news here is the all-female cast of Ghostbusters visited a hospital a couple days ago. And it shows them all in gear. I don't think the photo looks terrible. I'm not one of those people who says they can't do all-female Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But I am one of those people who hopes that they reference the fact that there was old Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Well,
Like, I mean, Aykroyd is nuts now, so there's no way you're getting him to come back. Bill Murray
I mean, I'm sure.
doesn't like Ghostbusters anymore.
Really? Like, he wouldn't even make a cameo, you don't think?
I don't think so, because he just doesn't like them. He doesn't like those movies anymore.
That's weird.
Ramis is dead.
Right.
And
the Black Buster.
Yeah, no, the one not being racist that no one really cared about.
Yeah.
And so,
Like, he was kind of an afterthought, it felt like.
yeah, just, maybe make a reference or something. Or, like, the woman who was their secretary,
Right.
maybe have her show up in the film and be their secretary for a while or something,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a reboot, so maybe they're not going to mention at all the old universe, and that's fine, I guess, if they don't. It just feels a little rushed to just throw them in. I mean, I won't say rushed. It's been 20 some years,
Yeah.
but I mean, this kind of leans into the conversation we're gonna have today, which is some of our favorite movies, and Ghostbusters is one of my favorite comedy movies. So, I mean, maybe I'm in the minority, but I feel like it'll be good. I just feel a little caught off guard that it's actually happening, because I mean, there's been rumors for like 10 years now, and I just haven't taken any of them seriously till now. So.
Yeah, it's strange to digest.
Yeah.
Um.
And I mean, it's Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones, I believe. And I like all of the... I don't know Leslie Jones from much, but I like the other three, and I have no problem with them. But at one point there was rumors of a all-male reboot as well that would be in the same universe.
Yeah.
And I think it was like Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, and like 2 others, but I don't remember who they were. Just naming those 2, it probably would have been like Craig Robinson and like
Seth
Danny
Rogen
McBride or something. But I mean, it'd be interesting to see, I think. So, as I said, today's conversation is favorite movies and stuff, so we can get started with that. Doesn't have to be your very favorite movie, but just name a movie that you really like, and we'll talk about it, and we'll just go back and forth doing that.
You know, I want to put this one out here because I know you're not a huge fan, but my favorite sci-fi movie of all time, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people like that. I'm just not a big fan of it.
I just like, a lot of people don't like it because it's slow. It's really fucking slow. It's just monotonous, but I just love the artistry of it, and like
I can appreciate it.
All the atmospheres and everything, and that movie just.
You can't deny that he made the movie he wanted to make.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Kubrick is a very very determined man.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta throw out there, if we're talking sci-fi now, Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner's fucking awesome.
Blade Runner
Absolutely.
is probably my favorite sci-fi. I might contradict myself during this conversation because I have a lot of favorite sci-fis. But Blade Runner is definitely top 3 probably for me. Harrison Ford is perfect in it. The direction...
That's another
the director's cut, where Ridley Scott actually got to make the movie he wanted to make, is pretty damn good. The whole Tears in the Rain speech gets me every time.
But that's another one where just the atmosphere and the music is just so perfect and so many times in the movie. But
a lot of people make the same argument about 2001, that it's really slow, and I can understand, because if you go back and you watch the trailer for that, the trailer was very action heavy, and then you actually watch the movie. And there's a few action scenes, but they're pretty short, and they're spread out between like 20 minutes of movie each.
I wouldn't even really call them action scenes.
Yeah, they're not action. There's a couple.
And then you got like the 20-minute just like acid trip towards the end of the movie where he's like going to the fifth dimension.
Fifth dimension.
Yeah, or whatever it is, where he like that end scene. Well, it's the scene's supposed to be ambiguous either way, but like.
Well, what do you mean fifth dimension? He doesn't go to the fifth. He's walking around a warehouse with 2 of the...
I'm talking about 2001.
Oh, I'm talking about Blade Runner. Okay.
Damn, dude. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I thought you were trying to say Harrison Ford went to the fifth dimension. I'm like, no, he walks around a warehouse and then he gets the shit beat out of him by an android.
Very different endings to those 2 movies.
Yes. Do you have a favorite sci-fi-ish?
Favorite sci-fi-ish movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be all like lame here, but I'm gonna have to go with maybe The Fifth Element.
That's a pretty good one.
Or Event Horizon.
I feel like
those 2.
What's Event Horizon about again?
That's like the black hole one.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Where they all die or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really brutal movie, but.
Spoiler alert, Brad. I guess I should point spoilers on all these, but yeah. No, I mean, I haven't seen Event Horizon, but I have seen The Fifth Element, and that is a very good movie.
It is, really.
Shit, I don't remember what's The Fifth Element about.
That's the one with Bruce Willis and Mila Djokovic, and Gary Oldman plays the really bad guy.
I don't think I've seen that. That sounds kind of familiar. I don't think I've seen that though.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. You should watch it. It's not even that long. It's like, I don't even think it's 2 hours.
It's a really easy watch.
Yeah, and it's not. It's deep, but not like hidden deep.
Okay.
It's
like it's.
You can watch it, enjoy it, and then after the movie you'll be like, oh wow, I see what they were trying to do there. You don't really have to think about it too hard, but it's still a good movie. Okay. Superheroes. What's your favorite superhero film?
My favorite. I mean, it's gotta be The Dark Knight, man. Obviously, like.
Okay.
I'm assuming when you say superhero, you mean comic book movie.
Comic book, superhero, yeah.
Or Watchmen, but.
I was gonna say Watchmen. I love Dark Knight, but I think Watchmen's above it for me.
I feel like, Watchmen is like the greatest story ever written. Obviously. But I just feel like the film adaptation was good, but it's not like everything it could have been.
Okay, to be fair, the movie is, the director's cut at least, is 3 hours and 10 minutes. You can't make a movie much longer.
I don't mind
than
about the length doesn't bother me.
No, I'm not saying the length.
There's some spots where the acting just gets kind of rough for me, and like honestly, yeah, it's fantastic movie, fantastic story. Everything about it's perfect. Just movie could have been better. That's all I think. You know.
Having said it could be better, I don't think that makes it bad though.
Oh no, I never said it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I think I like The Dark Knight, the movie, more than I like Watchmen the movie.
Yeah. No, I
like Watchmen better than any other Batman story.
Yeah, I think I like Watchmen a little bit better than The Dark Knight. I think here's my thing is I love The Dark Knight.
Right.
It's one of my favorite movies. But there's just one of my things that it's missing is a few action scenes. I feel like it wouldn't have hurt to throw a few more Batman fight scenes in there.
Yeah, and
because I mean he never aside from that little tiny bit at the end, he never fights the Joker. A lot of it is just like stealth takedowns.
Well, and here's the thing I feel about the Chris Nolan Batman movies in general is they would, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they focus way more on all the other characters before Batman. And Batman,
I'm okay with that.
And he's not. He never feels like a full-fledged like Batman. You know what I mean?
No, that's my only problem with the series.
He's more of just like a. I don't want to say the word. I don't use the word thug, but like he's more of just. Just the vigilante.
He's a detective. He's a detective with a suit.
He just doesn't do much detective work too. Is the other thing.
No,
You know?
that's true.
He's
Actually,
not everything Batman is. He's just parts of Batman.
That's funny that you mentioned that because they give him a lot of flack sometimes because the one scene in Dark Knight where he acts like a detective, it's completely bullshit science. Like when he takes that bullet out of the wall, shattered bullet out of the wall, he reconstructs it digitally and finds a fingerprint.
Right.
First of all, the bullet itself wouldn't have a fingerprint. Maybe the casing would, but the bullet itself wouldn't have a fingerprint.
Yeah.
Unless Joker took the bullet out, touched the bullet, put it back in the casing, so that Batman could digitally reconstruct. You know, it's a long list of.
Yeah.
You know, so. But the science in that is a little faulty. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I love pretty much any movie based on comic books. Even the really shitty ones are pretty good in spots.
Yeah, I mean they're almost always entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
cartoon. What's your favorite cartoon movie? It can be anime or it can be Disney. It doesn't really matter.
Shit, man, that's a tough one. What's yours?
I mean, I really, really like Monsters, Inc. and The Incredibles.
Yeah.
But I think I gotta go Lion King. Just because, I mean, came out the year I was born, so it was pretty much like the first movie I ever owned. Because, well, number one, it got re-released, I think, in like 1996 or something into theaters, and I think it was the first movie I ever saw in theaters with my family.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I was like 5 or 6, when our town still had an IMAX, they played it in the IMAX, and my grandma took me to that. And that's my first memory of a movie, is seeing Lion King in IMAX.
Yeah, that's... Nostalgia will definitely do that for you.
Yeah, and it could just be nostalgia, but I mean, I've watched it since, and it still holds up. It's a great movie. But I mean, I'm definitely not like only Lion King. I'll pretty much watch anything animated. I mean, I love The Incredibles.
Yeah.
I love Monsters, Inc.
Incredibles might be my favorite Pixar movie.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I had Bug's Life just because.
Bug's Life is pretty good. That was the one
I watched as a kid a lot.
Yeah, Bug's Life is good. What about you, Caine? Do you have a favorite animated movie?
Definitely Spirited Away.
Those are good. I like all of those.
Anything Studio Ghibli.
I was definitely gonna say Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Those movies.
They're great, man.
Can't go wrong with any of those, really. Howl's Flying Castle.
Yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro.
I was about to say that too.
Totoro. Such a heartwarming.
I watched that with my roommate one night, and we finished a bottle of Black Velvet, and it was great.
And he sat down and watched My Neighbor Totoro. Just completely canned.
Well, he finished a bottle of Black Velvet, but
But yeah, definitely Studio Ghibli. That's what they do.
All right. Then, just general favorite movies. If anyone's got one, throw it out there. We'll talk about it.
Hitchhiker's Guide.
Hitchhiker's? That's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, dude.
No, easily. We don't have to. It doesn't have to go favorite of all time, but Hitchhikers is great. I love Hitchhikers.
You know, I think we've had this discussion before, Devin, and I feel like it would have been really cool for them to do more because there are so many books.
There's
it would
three,
have been there's so much in them though. It's if you give the whole collection of the book, it takes for fucking ever to get through the entire thing.
No, I agree.
And his writing is just beautiful. It's just funny in the best way, and I feel like they could have done so much more with it had they really put the time into it. But I think what they put out was pretty fantastic.
No, I'm definitely on the side that I think they should have made it a trilogy, or at least 2.
Yeah.
But I am by no means unhappy with the one that we actually got. It's great.
Right.
It kind of pushes all 3 into one.
Yeah, it doesn't leave room for any sequels.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It has
That's
all of them.
exactly. That one doesn't. If they were going to make it into 2 or 3, they would have to have decided to do it before this. And I completely understand, being as weird of a comedy as it was, made for specific audiences, why they didn't make
it's
it.
It's like the first book with all the silliest parts of the other books in it.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, that's a good movie. I like that movie a lot.
What were you going to say, Brad?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
Shawshank, yeah, you're a huge fan of Shawshank.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone.
Like
pretty much like
if Shawshank's on TV, I have to sit down and watch the rest of it.
I can't watch it on TV because edits and stuff.
I know, but once I just start watching 10 minutes of it, I just can't.
Oh yeah,
I have to finish it.
I get you. There's nothing wrong with that. Gosh, I'm a big Liam Neeson fan, as we know.
Right.
I like The First Taken a lot.
Yeah, Taken's good. As far as action films go, Taken's fucking awesome.
It's a good action film.
Good goddamn movie.
Also, Schindler's List. Schindler's List.
You haven't yet to see that.
You haven't seen Schindler's?
My girlfriend's Jewish, and I haven't seen Schindler's List.
Dude, what you doing, man?
We should watch it together. We get a date night.
Romantic night watching shit.
Ooh.
Have I ever told you I'm part German?
Yeah.
Holocaust jokes.
This is I don't know that it's one of my favorites, but I really enjoyed, and it also has Liam Neeson while we're on him. Darkman. Have any of you seen Darkman?
You told me about it. I haven't watched that.
Darkman is hilarious.
Isn't
it's like 1990.
He's like a shapeshifter or something?
No, he gets his face burnt,
okay.
and he's a scientist, so he can form these perfect masks.
Oh,
but they only last for so long, or at least in the first one. Yeah, and it's I don't remember if it's 90 or 93 or somewhere in there, but it's really early Liam Neeson, so he's still kind of young, but he was never classic Hollywood handsome,
right.
but he was young, and he, especially in his younger years, he was kind of known to go off the handle in scenes, and there's a scene in this where he's had his face melted or whatever, and he's wearing a mask of his face, but the mask only lasts for so long, and he has to stay kind of calm while he's wearing it, otherwise it gets messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he's at a carnival with his girlfriend, and he's playing a game, and the game ends up to be rigged, and he gets really upset at the guy behind the thing. And it's kind of like a classic scene that people like to go back and make fun of, because he's just like, give me that fucking bear, and he's just freaks out, and it's pretty good. But I'm pretty much a fan of most of his stuff.
Yeah, you got a big Neeson boner.
Yeah, I do. Which I didn't find any news for him this week, which was kind of sad.
You gotta keep your eye on Neeson.
I gotta keep my eye on Neeson. That is definitely a thing.
That's one of our segments.
Yes.
Neeson watch.
Neeson watch.
But yeah, damn, I was gonna say something.
Toy Story.
Toy Story is good.
Toy Story. I like Toy Story.
Good.
I think Toy Story is one of those rare trilogies where all 3 movies are pretty good.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I think 2 is my least favorite.
2 is the weakest, but
it's still good. Multiple buzzes. The whole Zurg Buzz Star Wars reference. Yeah. That's pretty quality there.
One thing I do have to say about Buzz Lightyear is he does have one of the coolest rides at Disney. It's pretty sweet, yeah. very much enjoyed Buzz Lightyear ride at Disney.
Is that the only positive thing you have to say about Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, that's about it.
I've never been to Disneyland or World, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
I've
my
heard
parents
it's
love
fun.
me, so we.
Yeah, well, I have a notorious mother who doesn't love me, so.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Disney one's kind of overrated.
It really is. Universal is far superior.
Once you're like there and you do all the things there's to do in like 2 hours.
Yeah, we were done by
bored
noon
as
when we went
fuck.
there?
Yeah. Then there's just nothing else. You just walk around and buy really expensive food and just sit on benches and shit while you're waiting for the day to end.
Epcot was pretty sweet, even though we got ditched by those chicks.
Alright. Yeah, those bitches.
Alright, so. Talk about some other movies here.
Yeah, man. Movies. Alright.
God damn it. Okay. What about some upcoming movies? We can come back to movies in a minute, but what about The Martian?
I mean, yeah, it looks interesting. I haven't read the novel, so.
So I read the book, and that makes me super excited for it.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon is Matt Damon, so.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Damon.
Okay, here's a good one. All of Neil Blomkamp's movies, or Blomkamp, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
The guy who did Chappie, District 9.
Elysium.
So, I have a theory that I know I've told you about, where all of his movies are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Where you have a character, and at the end, they get turned into the other character.
Okay.
So I'll put it this way. Spoilers, obviously. District 9, there's like a alien...
Wait, I haven't seen District 9.
Well, I'm spoiling it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, District 9, aliens come down to Earth, and they're kind of like second citizens. They get shoved in, like, I don't know how to describe it other than, like, forced housing and stuff. And there's a reporter guy who follows them around for most of the movie. And towards the end of the movie, I don't remember if he gets, like, infected or something happens, and he slowly turns into an alien.
Okay.
And the end of the movie, he's still an alien, and no one remembers who he is, really, kind of thing. Then Elysium, I know you've seen. That's the one with That's the one with Matt Damon?
I haven't seen Elysium either.
You haven't seen Elysium?
No.
No. Okay, well, Elysium is the one with Matt Damon.
I heard that was very good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But, he's like... Okay, there's Elysium, which is like a space station kind of thing.
Okay.
Where all the really rich people live.
Okay.
And Earth is basically... You only live on Earth if you're dirt poor. So, like, there's no, like, fancy houses on Earth or anything. It's all slums all around the world. And I don't know if part of the world's been destroyed or anything like that, but it's all slums. And Matt Damon plays, like, an ex-thief and stuff who's trying to go right, and he gets a job and stuff. And at the job, he gets trapped in this chamber that basically, like, radiates him. And he only has so long to live. And he goes to, like, this crime boss, or, like, the crime boss comes to him and is like, hey, I have an exosuit that you can wear. And if you wear this exosuit, it'll make you stronger and stuff while you're still alive.
Yeah.
And, you'll be able to help us pull off a heist where we go to Elysium and we take people from Earth with Elysium. And, because Earth is shit, everyone's sick and all that. So in Elysium, everyone's pretty healthy, and they have, like, little medical beds that are, like, tanning beds that will heal, like, pretty much any injury, cancer, broken bones, like, they heal it instantly.
Okay.
And so they just want some of that technology for the people on Earth because everyone's, like, dying and stuff. And the Elysiumians or something are keeping it all to themselves. And so he puts this exosuit on and he goes up there and he long story short, he gets, like, the codes to, like, Elysium or something put in his head. And at the end of the movie, it turns out the only way to, do what they want to do is if they put his brain into Elysium. And so basically they do that, and everyone on Earth gets free healthcare and, you know, stuff. They like reprogram all the robots and stuff, and they all start giving them free healthcare. But yeah, so he basically gives free healthcare to everyone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that, basically they put his brain into Elysium, so he's, without being sentient, he is Elysium. So he turns into Elysium. Then Chappie, which I know you have seen, because we saw that.
I like Chappie.
Chappie, same kind of thing, except it's not really the main character this time, because arguably Chappie is the main character.
Yeah. Right.
But the
main human character is...
The main human character is the guy who created him.
Yeah.
And towards the end, he gets a mortal wound, and he uploads his brain. Well, Chappie uploads his brain into a computer and like, downloads it into a robot body.
Yeah, for sure.
So every one of his movies kind of ends with one of the main characters
human becoming
a non-human. Yeah. And it's all South American, you know, or not American, South African.
Well, that's where he's from, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed Chappie.
No, Chappie was really good.
Maybe
I like
it's just part.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe part of it's just because, you know, big music is huge for me, and I like Die Antwoord.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Die Antwoord was so.
It's kind of hard to like Chappie if you don't like Die Antwoord
because you just don't get their thing. You know,
but like if you're familiar with that culture and you like, you know,
Zeph.
Yeah, then you can definitely enjoy that film.
Yeah, no, I like Die Antwoord too. I feel like, I don't know, I like their acting. I just kind of figured her voice was a little different than her singing voice.
They weren't great actors.
No, they weren't great actors. No, but
they're good at playing what they do on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I kind of thought her voice was a little different.
Yolande's?
Yeah, I kind of thought her voice was a little different when she wasn't singing. So because I've heard her sing 1,000 times. So I kind of figured maybe she has like a not
lower pitched voice. Yeah, but no.
But no, that's
her voice.
Yeah,
man.
that's her voice. So, but I thought it was good, and he's directing one of the, I think it's an alien. Well, it is an Alien project, but I don't think it's Prometheus 2. But I'm kind of wondering, because Alien already kind of has that thing where you turn into an alien if it does like the face hugger to you.
It impregnates you.
Yeah, and then it kind of bursts out. But I mean, like, I wonder if he's gonna do that in his next movie, because then it really kind of is all the same.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be. All these other ones, as far as I remember, are original. That wouldn't be original because that's all Ridley Scott's thing. But anyway, some other good movies.
I don't know, man. The rest of them suck.
The rest of them suck. Okay, what about Stranger Than Fiction?
I do like that movie. Yeah.
I feel like a very good and serious role for Will Ferrell.
Pretty much the only serious role for Will Ferrell ever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really can't think of a single other role he's had. But
it's really good though.
Yeah, actually, I like that movie a lot. It's good emotional story and well acted and well, actually,
yeah. Okay, from here we can kind of stem into favorite director talk.
Okay.
We all know. Well, I guess we don't all know. Your favorite director is Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely.
And I'm a big fan of his stuff too, but I don't know that he's my favorite.
Yeah, just like everything he does is just so.
He makes the movies he wants to make.
And,
yeah.
Like, perfectly executed. Like just every frame is just a piece of art. You know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, he's been known to like. Do like hundreds of shots,
like
the same shot to get perfect.
I think he set a record with that one woman from The Shining, where they were having disputes on set, and that scene where she goes at Jack Nicholson with the bat in the foyer, after she finds his typewriter.
Right.
Apparently, because they were disputing and he didn't like her at the time, he made her do 127 takes and that set like a record for most takes on a single shot.
Also,
whatever.
the all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy typed out on all those pieces of paper. He made his fucking secretary like go and type that the entire thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like that was all hand typed. But yeah.
As opposed to not hand typed.
I mean, yeah, they could have been like just computer generated and printed off.
No, true.
That was the thing.
Yeah, what was your favorite director, Devin?
My favorite director. I don't want to cheap out and go Nolan, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah, he knows how to make a good fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, Prestige.
As far as writing,
Prestige is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, as far as writing goes, he's a fucking genius.
Yeah, him and his brother collaborate on like everything.
Yeah.
And they're all great. But I mean, the Batman movies are the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
Completely leaving out those, I still like him. I mean,
Yeah.
Interstellar was pretty good. Prestige is probably one of my favorite movies. Inception
one of my
is
favorite
great.
movie twists ever too. Prestige, like
Yeah.
that one just completely caught me off guard.
Exactly.
That movie was just a roller coaster.
You know, a problem I have, not with the Prestige, but with people, is I've been hearing a lot more people lately say that they don't like the Prestige at like the end. They think they just kind of like forced all of that stuff in there.
Oh, really?
I'm like, no, the entire movie is filled with foreshadowing and like the entire movie.
Like I almost
you can see the spoilers obviously, but the entire movie you can see the fact that there's most likely two Christian Bale characters.
And I felt pretty stupid like not catching that the first time because the second time you watch it you're like, that guy is so Christian Bale with just
so Christian
like a
Bale.
fake beard on.
Yeah, exactly. And like another thing that apparently a lot of people didn't like the cloning machine thing.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, and it's like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it makes total. I mean, the fact that there is a cloning machine, I will grant you, doesn't make a lot of sense.
Not like scientific sense.
But
like,
you're using Tesla.
Yeah.
And I'm personally a huge Tesla fan. I think Edison was an asshole. And we use what Tesla did today.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if Edison hadn't used all of his money to boot Tesla out, and we did accepted Tesla back then, we'd be a little. I think we'd be a little farther scientifically now.
Tesla died a virgin, you know that?
I did. But anyway, the cloning machine makes total sense. But a lot of people were confused as to why there was like a bunch of tanks of Hugh Jackman in that warehouse at the end of the movie.
Oh, right.
It's like they specifically said that every single night one of the clones is drowned under the stage.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the other one appears on the balcony where Hugh Jackman does. And but yeah, like
that's brutal to think about.
Yeah.
How does that work with your consciousness?
Yeah, it's apparently it's random whether you're the because I don't know.
I mean that just dives into a whole like another aspect of philosophy.
That's a whole other aspect. But yeah, Memento's great.
I fucking love Memento.
Memento's great.
That one, like it like when you first start like watching it, it takes a minute to like get into it and like understand what's going on.
But then
it gets kind of monotonous and you're just like.
But then you
start putting it together.
Then you're in all the way.
And then I think that final reveal. Yeah, that movie was fucking sweet.
I think one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie is when he's at that girl's house and she like starts slapping him around.
Oh, right.
And then she's like, "You're just gonna forget this in 15 minutes anyway. Like, who are you gonna tell?" And then he goes for his notepad and she steals the notepad from him.
Right.
And doesn't let him write. And then she gets in the car, drives away, and he's like trying to find something to like write down that she's evil and can't be trusted and she's abusing him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. And then he just like resets and
then
he wakes and then she comes back and is like, "My boyfriend beat me up. Oh, I found your notepad, or whatever." And it's like, dude, because like that's how he goes through the whole movie is he writes notes about people.
He's got tattoos all over his body.
He's got tattoos, and
life,
he writes notes about who he can trust and who he can't trust. And for all we know, that's not the first time that something like that's happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, maybe someone he really trusts, like her. He trusts her the entire movie.
Like, how long has he been living these endless cycles,
Yeah.
Like, he's been living the same, hour-long span for however many years.
Plus at the end, they reveal that the guy he's killing, who he thinks killed his wife, pretty much he acknowledges the fact that it's not the guy who killed his wife, and he's like, but it'll do. I'll just tell myself that it was. And then because like that's he's just gonna forget, and then he'll just be like, you killed him, good job. You know, like that movie, dude. It's a great movie. I'm also a big Quentin Tarantino fan.
Oh yeah.
I mean, who isn't? Yeah. Hateful Eight though. Can't wait for that.
I was really worried it wasn't gonna happen.
I was worried too, yeah, because when that script
the script was leaked.
When the script was
one of his
leaked,
closer friends, I think it was, or something like that.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's why he was just pretty hurt about it. And he's
Yeah.
I'm just, because I understand his feelings and stuff and all that, and I would hate if I wrote a movie and my movie script got leaked too, but, like, from all accounts, it's really good. You can't hide that from the world.
You can't keep that from us, Quentin.
Also, I'm a little scared that he might... Okay, Quentin has gone back on his word a couple times about stuff, so I'm not as worried about this. But he has said that once he turns 60, he doesn't want to direct any more movies.
Yeah.
Because he'll be afraid he'll make that old person movie where he won't be able to do it at his best anymore, or he thinks just because he turns a certain age, his ability is going to disappear, or he won't be as fresh of a mindset as he is now. It's like, dude, you're still running on pretty much ideals that you had in the 90s, and they're still working today.
Yeah, exactly.
So 10 more years down the road, or however close to 60 he is, they're not going to stop working. Like, you have a huge fan base who will love anything you do, even if it's widely... Like, even if the general population decides that they don't like it, which probably won't happen because most of the general population likes Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he's a big crowd pleaser.
He's a crowd pleaser, so I mean, even if somehow he displeases the general population, his loyal film followers are still probably going to like it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With the few outliers, obviously. Also, huge Kevin Smith fan.
Right.
That's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Clerks 2, Dogma, all those are good. I even like Tusk. A lot of people didn't like Tusk.
See, I like Tusk too, but I can definitely see why.
It's one of those, where
it's fucking weird movies.
You can see why people wouldn't like it, but I can't wait. I think it looks
I
great.
do like the kind of the more really morbid and twisted humor.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah. What about you? Do you have any favorite directors, Caine?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson's great.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of most of his stuff. I haven't seen all of it because some of it's kind of harder to find around here anymore.
Yeah.
We live in Iowa, so we don't get like top quality movie stores, but even in the secondhand ones, it's still pretty hard to find some of his earlier stuff.
What I like about him is when you're watching a movie by Wes Anderson, a lot of times it's hard to not just be like smiling the entire time.
Exactly.
Because everything's just so bubbly and like.
And fun.
It's artsy and like everything is just all the scenes, everything is just kind of, you could take a screenshot and it'd be like a work of art.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everything is just beautiful and it's well put together and well thought through and
witty. I think a good example of that is Grand Budapest, his newest one.
Yeah.
There's a scene where the woman who owned the hotel is like, she died and they're reading her will. And, like, the main connoisseur guy has been,
I don't think she was the one who owned the hotel. I think she was just, like
no, they reveal at the end that she owned the hotel because she puts in her will that it's supposed to go to the Ralph Fiennes character, or the Rafe Fiennes character. Fiennes. But, it's supposed to go to him because they've been sleeping together while he's been, like, the lead connoisseur guy there. And
concierge,
connoisseur, But that scene with the inheritance where they read his name, and Adrian Brody, who's playing like her son, just like stands up and he's like, "That faggot," and then he just like walks back at him super angry. It's like even when people are angry in Wes Anderson films, they make you laugh.
Oh, this is cute. Like he's calling him a faggot.
He's like, because it's hinted at that Ralph Fiennes' character is homosexual. Not hinted at, but
bisexual.
It's not. I guess it's not hinted at, but it's like he does some fruity things.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I like Wes Anderson too. Life Aquatic is great.
I haven't seen it all the way through yet.
Really?
Because we started watching it once, and yeah. But yeah, I think Grand Budapest Hotel was probably one of the best movies last year.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I liked Birdman a lot too, but
Birdman, Mad Max was this year.
But I mean, in the last year is what you said.
I know, I said last year, like 2014.
Yeah. Mad Max was good though.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Awesome. Holy shit.
I still think one of my favorite movies of this year so far though has been Kingsman.
Oh right, that came out this year too.
Yeah, it came out in February.
Good action movies this year so far. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, Kingsman was a little bit good of everything too.
Yeah.
And we get Star Wars at the end of the year.
Oh my god, dude. 4.5 months, and then our lives change forever.
I guess kind of off topic, but wasn't Pixels, or that one movie, the Adam Sandler movie, like the highest grossing Sony movie this year so far?
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that on Reddit.
That's possible, but I don't think Sony's released much this year.
Sony's been doing poorly lately.
Yeah, plus I don't think they released much this year. I mean, I don't have a list in front of me, but
I think I mean, I'm not a fan of those kinds of movies, but I think Pixels is definitely a very appealing kind of movie to the general population.
Yeah, see, I think what it is they have the video game characters and Adam Sandler, which are kind of like kids today, and then you have video games from the 80s, which kind of gets the parents of those kids.
Your casual moviegoer, that's definitely good.
Yeah. All right, it's time to move on to the next segment. Same thing as last week. We're gonna spin a spinner and get a character, time period, and occupation, and tell a short little story about it. But I've decided on a name for this.
For the segment?
Yes. Spin a yarn.
Spin a yarn?
Because we're doing a spinner. And a yarn is a tail. And it's off the... You get it.
That's bad, man.
No, it's pretty good. Again. Pretty good. Definitely going to call it again.
Not going to keep that.
Definitely going to keep that. All right. All right. So, I've changed out... I changed out all the characters. Time period stayed the same. And I took out pirate as an occupation, which is what we got last week. I kept the other ones, though, and put in a new one. Alright, so what it is today is 1 through 3 is Aquaman, Brad's favorite superhero.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
I don't want to commit to just Aquaman, but he's...
Well, yeah. You don't have to commit to just Aquaman.
He's up there.
Alright. 4 through 6, Luke Skywalker. 7 through 9, Harrison Ford. And 10 is Mario.
Okay.
Super
Mario, I assume.
Any kind of Mario.
I mean, like the plumber.
Yes, the plumber.
There's some guy named Mario.
Yes, Mario Lopez. Alright, time period. 1 through 3 modern, 4 through 6 past, 7 through 9 future, 10 is apocalypse again. Alright, occupations. 1 through 3 fast food worker, 4 through 6 spy, 7 through 9 lawyer, and 10 is themselves. I'll go first again, so we got... Damn it. Stuck on 2 numbers. 3, so I got Aquaman in the future, and he's a lawyer. Wow. He's a fish lawyer. Alright, Aquaman's a fish lawyer in the year 2025. He's retired as Aquaman. Mira is his hag. They have 3 children, and Mira just stays at home watching the children now. He goes to work as a big fancy lawyer man. He works for the biggest company there is. And he finds out that the company is backing sewage people. So, people who pollute the ocean and stuff. He gets all pissed off, and he goes into the back room, and he changes out of his suit into his Aquaman costume. And by the way, this is badass 90s Aquaman, so he has the hook hand and the long beard, except he doesn't have the beard and long hair because he is a lawyer for a fancy firm, so he can't really have it. But he takes off his suit, he takes off his fake hand, puts on a hook hand, and then he just struggles. And then he grows a beard and long hair back. He walks right into the main lawyer's office, and he says, "You're on the hook." And he makes a bunch of bad fish and water puns.
And then he controls the fish in the guy's aquarium to jump out and like bite his face.
Yep. He's like, "I'm going to show you the error of your ways," and he brings a tidal wave up to the window of the building, and Aquaman holds him by the throat as they get on the tidal wave, and it takes them to the ocean. And he's like, "Look at what you've done," and he's like, "I don't see anything." And then he just drowns him because Aquaman kills people, so why not? Alright, Brad, your turn.
Hey, Aquaman.
Okay.
Respin.
That's fine.
7.
7, Harrison Ford.
Alright. 4.
4, passed.
Okay. 6.
6, Spy. So you have Harrison Ford in the past as a spy. That's pretty easy. You just make him like a 60s era spy.
That'd be a good. He should have been a spy.
Yeah, he should have been. He should have been a spy in the movie.
Well,
okay, he played Jack Ryan for a while.
What's that?
He played Jack Ryan for a while.
Really? Huh.
In God, I feel so bad for not knowing these right off the top of my head. Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so Harrison Ford, he's all walking around in his fancy suit in the 1920s. You know, got his Indiana Jones hat to blend in.
Of course.
With 1920 society. He's doing spy stuff. I'm not good at the improv. I don't like this game.
That's fine. I'll take it. All right. It's the 60s. He's actually Harrison Ford.
Okay.
He's not Han Solo. He's not Jack Ryan. So he's just a regular spy. And from there, he's working for the USSR.
Alright.
He's a sleeper agent.
Oh, shit, man.
He's an American spy who is secretly a sleeper agent for the USSR.
Okay.
Blowing your mind yet?
I'm following you.
So, he's supposed to kill a USSR target. So he travels to Russia, and while he's in Russia, he's triggered. And he blows up a building or something, and then he goes back to being US spy Harrison Ford. And he's like, "Oh man, I didn't get my target. My target blew up that building or whatever." And then he sees some security footage, and he's like, "I'm my own target. God damn it!"
Damn, dude.
And then just from there, silliness ensues. Whenever he looks in the mirror, he has a conversation with himself as whichever person he's not currently.
Wow.
Yeah. And in the end...
A lot of twists and turns there.
Yeah. And in the end, he just decides to go live on an island and be a hermit.
So
because he's Harrison.
See reflections.
So he doesn't ever see reflections. And he's a hermit.
That's good.
Alright, and the last thing I want to talk about today before we head out, favorite TV shows. What are some of your favorite TV shows?
I mean, right now, man, Rick and Morty has got to be.
Oh, Rick and Morty's great.
But
it doesn't have to be right now. It can be any show from any time.
And I mean, obviously, Breaking Bad, as far as the drama goes, was
Breaking
phenomenal.
Bad is pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, if you're not watching Rick and Morty, you really should be. It is geniusly written, hilarious as fuck. Everything about it is fantastic.
I love Rick and Morty, especially episode 2.
Brad, the new season,
Brad and I are huge fans of a band called Flight of the Conchords, or they used to be a band, or I don't know. They're a comedy duo, and they had an HBO show for a while. They lasted 2 seasons, I think, but it was pretty good. And then they just made music in general. But one of the actors from that, Jermaine Clement, is he's in the new episode. And we're huge fans of Jermaine, so that kind of helps too. Yeah. But I mean, even without that, it's a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he does a little song too.
Yeah, he does a song, which is cute. Yeah. But I gotta agree. Rick and Morty's pretty good. Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a I'm a big fan of most of these superhero shows. I haven't seen any of Gotham, so I can't judge on that. But, I mean, Arrow is awesome. I love Arrow. I'm one of those people who I don't really watch shows week by week. I wait until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever.
Yeah.
I buy it and I binge watch. So I haven't seen any of The Flash yet.
Right.
But, I mean, what you see of him in Season 2 of Arrow is awesome. And I haven't seen any of Season 3 Arrow yet either, because those come out roughly the same time. I think it's like September this year. And I'll binge watch them both when they come out. But, yeah. If Season 3 of Arrow is half as good as Season 2 was, it's going to be great. Flash, I've heard great things from a bunch of people.
Yeah, I really want to watch Flash.
Flash is great.
Looks fantastic.
You told me Constantine was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, if you like Constantine, it's awesome. Like,
okay.
Matt Ryan does a fantastic job as Constantine. The stories aren't like as good as they could be, but definitely worth watching. Yeah.
Here's a problem I have about what I've heard about the show. I hear that it's not Constantine. Like, I hear that Matt Ryan does a great job playing Constantine, but I hear, because Constantine's one of those guys who he kind of just deals with stuff as it comes to him, and he doesn't really go looking for anything. He just kind of reacts to a bunch of stuff that happens to him. And I hear the premise of this show is that he just has like a wall of like paranormal happenings all over the United States, and he just like, I'm gonna solve these, you know, like.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
that just doesn't.
He's still Constantine, like he's still.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's actually, yeah, I think it's a fantastic portrayal of the character.
Okay, that's good. So I'll definitely watch that. I'm also a fan of The Strain. Have you watched any of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, The Strain is based on a series of books called The Strain that Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan wrote.
Okay.
And it's like vampires, but it's like different takes on vampires.
Yeah.
They're not classic like fang vampires. They have like a detached like jaw and like a throat stinger kind of thing comes out. Like if you've seen Blade 2, it's kind of like that actually. Now that I think about it, which Guillermo del Toro directed, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But it's in its second season right now. I think it's only 2 episodes in, and I haven't watched any of those, but I'm gonna get caught up on those coming up soon. But the first season was great. I can let you borrow it if you want or something. But
yeah.
First season was awesome. I've read all the books. They're great. There's 3, but they're great. And it seems to be following pretty close. I mean, they're keeping around a few characters that aren't in the books, but...
Cool.
But I like that, so I'm going to keep up with that. And then obviously The Walking Dead. I know you aren't a huge fan of The Walking Dead.
Can't really get into it, honestly.
I know you don't like zombies all that much.
I mean, yeah, I've never been a huge zombie fan, but at the same time, yeah, also...
Here's my theory, though. I sat you down and showed you the first season. Yeah. And the first season is only 6 episodes long. It's kind of like getting you into the world. Second season, notoriously bad, pretty much. Everyone who even the people who like the show kind of admit that the second season's not very good. I think if I sat you down and showed you season 3, I think you'd like it a little bit more, because season 3 is about the time where the zombies kind of stop being the focus of the show, and you shift to character development and characters, because
it never seemed like they were the biggest focus in the show.
Well, that's true, but they're even less so in the later seasons, because season 6 starts in October, but season 3 to so far, they're pretty much just they're like a storm outside. They're kind of they're there, they're there, you got to deal with them, but they're not a huge deal.
Yeah, the show in general just seems like more of a survivor drama sort of thing, more
seeing what people have to do to survive.
Zombies, yeah. Which, I don't know, is a good concept, it's just not my cup of tea.
No, I get you.
And the show just seemed kind of boring to me.
Yeah, I get you. But, yeah, it's really picked up since about season 3, I'd say. 3 was okay. 4 kind of... 3 was pretty good, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
4 was kind of slow, just because they were kind of switching. they're going from an established area to like not so established anymore. And then season 5 was great. Every single episode of season 5 was great, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And usually Walking Dead has 3 or 4 episodes a season that are kind of just slow and not very good, but season 5, every single episode had me on my feet, and I was like, oh shit, just stuff like that, and it was brutal in some spots, but yeah, that's a good one. I can't wait for that to start up either.
Yeah.
You have any favorite shows, Caine?
No, he hates TV.
I really don't watch TV all that often, to be honest. I mean, I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess I don't really watch much TV.
That's alright. That's not a problem at all.
It's a problem. Go kill yourself.
Okay.
There's a lot of shows I've been meaning to catch up on, or not even catch up on so much as like start to. Like, there's a lady I work with, and she's like huge into TV. She watches everything. So like, if there's a show coming on soon and it's even semi-interesting, she's pretty much watching it. And she's told me a lot of good things about The Last Ship, which apparently it's like a Navy ship is out in the ocean when like a virus attacks the planet, and so like they're not affected because they're out in the middle of the ocean while everyone else is being killed by it or whatever, and it's just like them going around doing their thing. She said season 2 got a little slower, so maybe I won't actually watch it, but she said the first season is pretty good. Alright. And I think we'll end that here. So that's the second episode, and I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for listening, guys.